32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it. And he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200. Wasn't in a crazy, crazy game, but very good. Solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did.
11 MT, tape. Stop.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Bengals hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
12. 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
11 MT.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. First down, Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready.
Barkley hit on the ball, past 3, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And McPherson on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over. On first down, Watson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game, came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, this has all the makings of a landmark day running the football. He scored 3 times now. We haven't hit the quarter break.
You think back to Alvin Kamara, Christmas Day 2020, 6 touchdowns, which tied Ernie Nevers, the Hall of Famer. He's halfway there already. Some fancy footwork in the early going.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd down and 10. Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Gets around him. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, gotta go score.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
11 mighty.
Right back to him on 1st down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
From midfield now, Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Back.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out to his left. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Get set.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone.
Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
At the 7-yard line.
Get set.
On second down, here's Watson.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Stop.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Stop.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Watson rolling to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Watson now on second down. That's caught by Myers. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be... Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the interception, here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Here we go.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 19 yards away. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They're gonna look to throw. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Let's go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Borden. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball, overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Don.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. Don.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Now it's Watson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. That is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that. And down to the 27-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this out past the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Here we go.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for
11,
you.
11.
Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Hey, we're good. We're good.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's 3rd and 9.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Carlton Davis picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And now here is another interception. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Barney, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. It's Terry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. Well, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A quick toss outright, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 3rd down. It's Terry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can